Act 5, Scene 1 of The Tempest, Prospero enters wearing his magic robes again. Ariel reports on the king and his followers and suggests that if Prospero saw them, his heart would soften toward them. Prospero agrees that as a fellow human, he should be even more compassionate than Ariel, since his wrongdoers have shown repentance, and commands Ariel to release all the prisoners and bring them to him. Prospero draws a circle on the ground and speaks to the various spirits he has used in this magical work. He explains his plan to give up his magic by breaking his staff and drowning his book after he finishes dealing with King Alonso and his men. Ariel brings Alonso, Gonzalo, Sebastian, Antonio, and the other men into the circle. Paralyzed by a magic spell, they don't recognize Prospero or hear him. Prospero announces he will cure thy brains and restore their senses. Seeing his loyal friend Gonzalo, Prospero is moved to tears and promises he will return home safely. Then Prospero forgives the men's crimes, including Sebastian and Antonio's murderous plot against Alonso. He takes off his magic robes and puts on his former ducal robes before waking the men, reminding Ariel that the spirit will soon receive freedom, but first must fetch the sailors still under a sleeping spell in the ship. When the king and his men wake, they see Prospero. Alonso tells Prospero about the loss of his son Ferdinand. Prospero commiserates with the king about the loss of his own daughter, but then reveals Ferdinand and Miranda happily playing chess together in his house. The prince tells his father who Miranda is and that they're engaged. Ariel appears with the sailors whose ship he's repaired. Caliban, Stefano, and Trinculo are brought in, still drunk. Prospero describes their bad behavior and sends the men away to get cleaned up before he pardons them. Caliban admits that he was foolish to seek Stefano as a god and promises to seek Prospero's favor in the future. Prospero tells the men that the next day they will all set sail for Naples to celebrate the wedding of Ferdinand and Miranda. Then he will resume his position as Duke of Milan, where he will grow old in peace. At last, he frees the faithful Ariel. The play concludes with an epilogue wherein Prospero speaks to the audience, asking to be released from the play so he can travel to Naples, reminding them that the goal of his magic was to please, and now he wants to be set free. The theme of power continues through the end of the play, although now it is not for the purpose of exploitation, but for restoration. Instead of enacting justice against men who deserve some kind of punishment, Prospero turns justice on its head and extends mercy and forgiveness. Prospero vows to break my staff and drown my book. Shakespeare may be suggesting that great power does not satisfy unless it is used for good. Many scholars view Prospero's epilogue as Shakespeare's description of his own surrender of his writing power. Just as Prospero gives up creating magic on the island, Shakespeare has finished his work and gives up creating magic on the stage.